The final funeral rites for the Queen of the Ga State, Manye Na Dede Omadru III, is underway at the Palace of the Ga King in Accra. The 89-year-old is revered for her achievements, including seeking the welfare of women and girls in the Ga State and beyond. President Akufo-Addo, Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia, and other top dignitaries are expected at the funeral today. Meanwhile, the Ga Traditional Council has suspended all commercial activities and ordered the closure of shops in the Greater Accra region. My colleague Latif Idris is live at the funeral grounds. Take it away, Latif.
Darrell, we're live here at the Ga Mantse Palace in North Kaneshi, where the final funeral rite for the late Queen Mother of the Ga State is currently underway. Event started this morning. In fact, it's been on since the past week, and today marks the big day. And the big shots have been in attendance, and the program is still underway. We started in the morning with the arrival of dignitaries and the display of the rich Ga culture. We've had the traditional young ladies as one culturally aware individual I spoke to mentioned to me. All these girls were draped in red between their lips, walking barefooted, and that we understand signifies the passing of the late Queen Mother and what she meant for the Ga State and the legacy she left. All of these traditional displays are in honor of the Queen Mother, who many describe as one who championed the cause of women and young girls within the Ga State. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has been in attendance. He is still in attendance. The Chief of Staff is in attendance. The First Lady, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, is in attendance. The former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Michael Quay, is in attendance. And the President was the icing on the cake. He came in and greeted the dignitaries, including the Ga Mantse. And you understand the President's schedule. And so he came here briefly and he had to leave for other equally important assignments. So as we speak, the President has left the funeral ground to take up some other equally important state assignments. But the funeral itself is underway. It started with the Christian worship that ended, and then the traditional rites are expected to continue, and then we will have the final resting place for the late Queen Mother. The President, though he was in attendance, delegated Titus Glover, the former Member of Parliament, to speak on his behalf and make some donation on the President's behalf. So if you find at my far left, the President's donation is there. He donated assorted drinks, water, hard liquor, and some foreign liquor, if you like, with some cash amount. Also, Titus Glover was in the company of the members of the governing New Patriotic Party, who also donated some amount. The President, after donating these items, also made a donation of 100,000 Ghana cedis to the Ga State to facilitate and support the funeral activities. The New Patriotic Party also donated some 10,000 cedis to support the. I must say that the members of Parliament within the national capital of Accra and the Greater Accra enclave, I must say, came in a united front, if you like, regardless of the party, the New Patriotic Party and the opposition New National Democratic Congress came here in their numbers. Members of Parliament from both sides also came to pay their last respect to the Ga State and made some donations, including assorted drinks, hard liquor, and local liquor as well. As we speak, it appears to be a momentary break in the program as we await the Christian worship to be concluded. You would find the clergy seated, and They are expected to conclude the Christian rite, and then we would have the traditional rite also taking over. We've had chiefs and kings, not only from Ghana, but from across the West African sub-region. We've had chiefs from Togo, we've had some from Cote d'Ivoire, we've had some from Niger. And so this funeral, it appears it cuts across the West African sub-region and not just within Ghana. In Ghana, we've had the chiefs coming from all the, 16 regions, I must say, sub-chiefs who have been delegated, paramount chiefs who have been delegated are all here in their numbers to pay their last respect to the late Queen Mother of the Ga State. Now, the Ga Mantse has spoken. Now, he has given his final tribute to his Queen Mother. The tribute was read on his behalf by our own Nathaniel Atto, who is part of the organizers and members of the funeral organizing committee. And in his speech, what stands out is that the Ga Mantse has promised to uphold the legacy of the Queen Mother by ensuring that the Ga State continues to stay united and that the welfare of women, children, and girls is properly highlighted and given priority within the scheme of things of the Ga State. That is fundamental because that is what the late Queen Mother of the Ga State stood for. And so it is befitting that when the Ga Mantse had the opportunity to speak, he made reference to the achievement and the successes of the late Queen Mother and the fact that he is promised to continue to honor her legacy by fulfilling the tributes that she stood for, which has to do with the mobilization and empowerment of women, girls, the welfare of women and girls. He's promised to champion that cause to keep the flame of the late Queen Mother burning even in her absence. So as I mentioned earlier, the clergy is continuing with their service and they are almost going to wrap up with it. Once they are done, the Ga culture is going to go on display again, and we will get to know how the Ga tradition would carry out the final farewell to their Queen Mother. That is what we are waiting. We've seen a glimpse of what the Gans can do with regards to their culture, but I can anticipate and speculate that the best is yet to come. We've been here for quite some time. We've been speaking with the rank and file. We've been speaking with some of the dignitaries who have been invited. We've been speaking with members of parliament, and they've been sharing their fond memories, and those who had personal interactions with the late Queen Mother have also been sharing some of their personal experiences and interaction with the late Queen Mother.
Latif Idris live was at the Ga Mantse's Palace here in Accra, where the final funeral rites of the late Queen Mother of the Ga State, Manye Na Dede Umaru III, is underway. We'll be bringing you updates later in the day. My name is Darryl Kwap. This is the Joy Newsroom. More sights and sounds from the Ga Mantse's Palace.
Final funeral rite for the late Queen Mother of the Ga State, Na Dede Umaru III, is currently underway here at the Ga Mantse Palace in North Kaneshi. And the Ga people have come here in their numbers, and they are displaying rich Ga culture across the board. And dignitaries, invited guests, ordinary Ghanaians. You've mentioned everybody is here to mourn with the Ga people and give the late Queen Mother a befitting farewell. The dignitaries are here. We would like to engage a few of them to get to know exactly what they make of the former and the late Queen Mother and what to expect as this funeral gets underway. Let's first start with Honorable here and get a few words from him what he makes of the late Queen Mother. You're welcome to join us.
join news being on your fair. When I mean, I can't get any about your bluff, pushing when I buy your gaffy. Oh, dear, but let's go back to English for your listeners because we know that you are an English-speaking station. Well, today we're here for the funeral of our dear Queen Mother Nadede, and we are quite happy that finally she's been laid to rest and she can go home, and that the people of Ghana can join the Ghana state to help us all. So we are very glad.
So the Vice President is just arriving at the funeral grounds. You're welcome. So that's the Vice President. He just came in and with his dignitaries. So we continue with Honorable Mike. We continue with Ambassador Mike Okwe.
Oh, sorry, I had to greet the Vice President, so I was a bit missing in action. But as you can see, many people from all walks of life are here to commiserate with the Ghana state, especially the King Ni Teko Churu, who is the Ga Mantse at the moment. So that is why we're all gathered here today, to help support and to lay her to a final destination.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. We go to Professor Joshua Alabi. He is the proud son of the Ghana state, and he also gives us what he makes of the late Queen Mother. You're welcome to join us.
Hello.
You're welcome to join us, Prof.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, and greetings everybody.
Yeah. Tell us what you make of the late Queen Mother. If you get to, did you know her while she was alive? Did you have any personal interaction with her? And what do you say would be her legacy for the Ghana state and the general country?
I must say, first we are here to celebrate the life of our Queen Mother. I'm a Ga myself, and I happen to have worked with her as the Great Accra Regional Minister. That was some time ago. A very beautiful lady. She did very well in helping us create the Queen Mothers Association of the Ghana State and the Ghana State. She did her best to bring unity among the Queen Mothers in the Ghana State. And her ability to unite people, to work with people, and to ensure that the traditional leaders do the right thing, I must say is very commendable. She has been a role model for the youth, especially our young ladies. And I know that most of the things that she taught or she lived for, not only the young ladies of the Ghana state, but the young ladies of this country will carry it along in their lives. I must say, even when I was out of government, we used to meet. Very decent lady, very respectful, and she has been a shining star of the Ghana state.
Well, what is that one thing that you will miss about her?
Her smiles. I'll miss her smiles and decency.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Yes.
We move on to try and engage some of the dignitaries who have come here in their numbers. We go over to the former Speaker of Parliament and also Sheikh I.C. Quay. We will start with Sheikh I.C. Quay. And Salam Alaikum, Sheikh. Tell us what do you make of the late Queen Mother? Did you get to meet her? Did you have any personal interaction with her? And what would you miss about her?
Well, you can see the occasion is so splendid. It has attracted all walks of life, which shows that actually she's a great woman. She reigned for 59 years, born on 1934, just two years ahead of me, 88 years, and then she ruled very, very well. Soft-handed woman, peacemaker, and then very lovely with all kinds of people. So this is the woman we are celebrating, her burial today.
Thank you very much, Sheikh. We're going to the former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Mike Okwe. You're welcome to join us. Okay, Prof, wouldn't like to share word with us. We go to the Member of Parliament for the Odio constituency. You're welcome to join us, Honorable.
Thank you.
Just briefly share with us your personal interaction with the late Queen Mother and the one thing that you would miss about her legacy for the Ghana state and the entire nation.
I have known her since my childhood. She was almost like a mother to me. My house is just about 400 meters from her house. She used to whip me when I have not bathed in the morning, and she also feed me on weekends. She used to give me banku and okro soup. She was a mother to me. She encouraged me to become an assembly member, and when she traveled, my brother Oko Van der Poel was the one who was taking care of her when she was out there until she came down. And so between us, the Van der Poels and her, she's been almost like a mother to us. So when she was coming, we facilitated her coming, and it's been very nice. We didn't expect her to leave us at this time. We thought she would stay with us for some time after her arrival, but God knows best.
What legacy do you think she's left for the Ghana state and the entire nation?
Well, she was a woman of peace. She always worked for peace in Accra. She was always interested in making sure there was peace in Accra. And then she was also very conscious of her environment. That's why she pushed me to become an assemblyman, because she didn't like the way we were throwing rubbish around. She was concerned about always desilting the gutters, making sure we provide refuse dumps, making sure we provide refuse dustbins. And she was always concerned about the environment. So when Oko was mayor, she was always on Oko to make sure that the right things were done in Accra. She was very concerned about the environment.
Excellency Vice President of the Republic of Honorable Oko Van der Poel would give us a lot more insight about his experience with the late Queen Mother. You're welcome to join us.
Thank you.
I've not seen you in a long while.
Oh, I'm around. Yes, keeping busy with my constituency.
So tell me about your personal experience, interaction with the late Queen Mother, and what you would miss about her.
Oh, the Queen Mother, the late Queen Mother of Accra, of the Ghana state, is one who has served our Ghana state very well. We all have great respect for her, and during the time as my mayorship, that was when we had to facilitate for her to go to the US to receive medical treatment, and then to support her the time that she was there. And finally, when she has to come home, all of us, the MPs of Accra, came together to receive her back home to Accra. And today she's no more. So we are all here to mourn her and to give her our last respect, because she has served the Ghana state very well.
What would you miss about her?
Excuse me?
What would you miss about her?
Well, the leadership, the kind of leadership that she provided the Ghana state. Ajo, let there be peace. Let us work together. Let's come together. That has always been her mantra for the people of Accra.
Thank you very much. Honorable Oko Van der Poel is also a member of Parliament here in the Ghana state. So ahead of today's events, this funeral rite, what is going on here, there were acrimonious infighting within the Ghana people. Some went to court to try and put an interim injunction on today's funeral ceremony. But the same judge we know overturned an earlier ruling that granted that interim injunction. And so far, there's not been any dissent from any faction to suggest that there are breaks within the Ghana state, or there are factions that do not want today's event or funeral rite to go on peacefully. Everything is going on as planned. The dignitaries are arriving. As you saw earlier, the Vice President of the Republic, Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, has arrived with his dignitaries in the company of his wife, Haja Samira Bawumia. The First Lady, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, arrived earlier. And so the President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, is also expected to attend. His chair is being guarded to suggest that in no time, or in due time, I must say, the President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, would arrive here at the funeral grounds. We can see the sounds, we can see the sights, and hear the sounds of the rich Ga culture on display here at the Ga Mantse Palace. The Vice President is still going around greeting the dignitaries and the invited guests, people from all walks of life, not only in Ghana, from Cote d'Ivoire, from Burkina, are all attending this funeral rites, which suggests the weight the Queen Mother of the Ghana state carries in terms of chieftain, if you like. So that is what is happening here at the funeral grounds of the late Queen Mother of the Ghana state. The Vice President is now going to take his seat, and as one would expect, once he has taken the seat, the next person to arrive, or the next dignitary to arrive, is the President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo. We will try and get a perspective on how the Ghana people managed to bring all factions together for today's event to go ahead so far peacefully, without any acrimony, without any dissent. And so far,